What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to channel Moosey Gaming, and today I'm back with another recap video of my max level newbie account. Now, this is week 4 into me entering this game, and entering my restart account. You can see that I have consecutively logged in for only 24 days, and I have some major updates for you since I last showed you my account. As you can see, I've powered up quite a bit. I powered up about, I think, 1 million or 1.2 million, which is quite a lot. It's just almost like 50% jump from last time I shown you. And as I've shown you before last week, I'm trying to see if I can get more heads of Tutmos the third, which is actually an archer commander that you can use in KVK1 and KVK2. I have actually been having some problems trying to get his sculptures. As you can see, he's still sitting at 1111. I did craft one equipment for him, which is the archer health chest piece, so that he doesn't die too quickly when I do farm barbarians. But yeah, it's not looking so good. And on the other hand, I have like the full cavalry, like the beginner set with like I think the epic blueprint for the boots, which I can potentially kind of, maybe the game's telling me to actually move back to cavalry, I don't know. But yeah, I have the full cavalry kind of like beginner set, and also at the same time, I have everything that I need for me to make my Sun Tzu a full blue set. So I'm not too sure which one to actually prioritize. My original plan was, since I'm actually going to work on YSG anyways, I can perhaps get enough sculpture for me to make my Tutmos into 5111, expertise YSG, and then put YSG right behind the Tutmos, and then kind of run that 5111 Tutmos with YSG expertise combo, and try that life of archer in the beginning of the game, because for one, I've started my main account with cavalry and then stayed cavalry from day 1 to day 100, 1150 days. And my account number 2, which was actually my current main farm that I have, actually started off with infantry, and then I was able to get to a pretty good place with infantry, March number 1 at least. Although I now use that account just for farming and then potentially just, arrow towering every now and then. So that account became more of a siege tower account rather than anything else. But hey, like, I've had the experience of going through the life of cavalry, life of infantry. Why not start off a new account just with archer? Because, previously I've never suggested people to start off with archers just because of how everyone's going to have expertise in Minamoto and KVK1. They're going to just hunt you down as soon as they see that you are running an archer march. But then again, with Qin Shi Huang into the game, and with archer being probably one of the strongest open field marches in the game, as soon as you enter KVK3, I thought it might not be a terrible idea for me to actually work on Tutmos, work on YSG, and then at least convert either YSG or Tutmos into Qin Shi Huang, so that I can actually run a competitive march as soon as I enter KVK3. That was my grand plan. But the game's not helping. I have not had many lucks with my Kusunogi heads as well. Last week it was 3000. This week is 3000. I haven't had a single head of Kusunogi appear while I'm almost maxed out with Sun Tzu. So I don't know. I think I'm still gonna max out Sun Tzu regardless because of how powerful he is. He's just no-brainer for you to actually use, whether you use exclusively for Sunset Canyon and whatnot. Yeah, so it's like 5551 Sun Tzu is just cracked in the early game, so I just can't not use him. But once I'm done with that, I think I might actually try to level up Kusunogi just in case I don't get enough heads for Tutmos. So that's the current plan. And as you can see, I've been just crafting the archer main one, which is, I forgot what the material was called. The ebony, I don't know how you say that. But then again, I don't really have good blueprints outside of those two right here, which is the legs piece for archer and then the weapon piece for Archer. And I was actually hoping for some of the revival sets to actually appear on the shop or appear on the crystal keys. So yeah, haven't had that much luck. Let's see. I still have a lot of time. I mean, we haven't even started going into past to zone 2, whatever you like to call this area with. So yeah, we have a lot of time until KVK1 starts. So I'm gonna see if I can do that as soon as I can. Again, I'm gonna try to maximize Sun Tzu first, and then once I actually start working on Kusunogi, I'll get a better understanding of how that's gonna look like as my pathway to Archer main. If that's not impossible at all means, I think I might actually stick with either infantry or cavalry main. But let's see. All right, so that's probably my update on like where I'm headed with this account's like kind of main troop type. Let's just go ahead and jump right into my technology because this is actually one of the crucial parts of the early game. As you can see, I've actually tried to maximize the most efficient technology as much as possible. Masonry is one of them. Masonry is one of them, which is going to give you 15% building speed. And writing, which is actually more important than masonry. So this is actually #1 priority for those of you who are not maxing this out as soon as possible. This will give you research speed. Now, I maxed out the research speed, and then I went down all the way to the mathematics, and then level 10 mathematics. So I am at max research speed buff in terms of the economy tree. We don't have anything else that does give you the research speed beyond that. So yeah, I'm at max 25% research speed for this account, which I'm really, really glad. Now, I would like to actually work on this engineering tree. But I was debating, oh, well, should I actually work on T4 of like 2 main troops that I'm more likely to main first so that I can train troops for like the archer and then plus alpha, which I chose to be infantry at the time because of one of those things, one of those like achievements actually require you to level up or unlock T4 before you actually unlock other rewards. So that's why I'm doing this now. And after that, I'll probably max out the engineering to level 10 just because of how that goes all the way up to, I think, 35%. So I'm missing 10%, no, 13% building speed among all the other people who already maxed this out. So I'm kind of behind in terms of efficiency, but I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with that. And with that said, I did train about 27,400 archers. I've actually converted some of the tier 1 and tier 2 archers into tier 4 archers, which is nice. And now I'm trying to see if I can get a full march of Archer March, at least T4 Archer March, so that I can prepare for that KVK1. And once I'm done with that, once I'm done with the technology for T4 infantry, I'm most likely going to do the same for T4 infantry so that I can at least run 2 marches if situation allows me to do so. With me being VIP 10 from, I think, last week or so, as well as me buying every single Writers of History bundles and saving up as much gold as possible, I accumulated up to 156 gold heads right now, as of today, as I enter the week 4. I think this is good and bad at the same time. For one, it's not enough to actually maximize expertise YSG right away as soon as I get him, which is actually the bummer part. And I think I'll eventually need 1400 or something close to that 1400 number just because of the fact that I'll need both YSG and most likely Tutmos or anyone that actually can pair YSG with to be expertise if possible so that I can move those commanders over to Qin and Zhuge or just leave YSG alone. I don't know what I'm planning for that. But yeah, so I need like a lot more gold heads. And every time I see like a legendary commander does appear at the shop or wherever that I can get my hands on, I'm most likely going to buy the Writers of History package so that I can maximize the gold heads until I actually enter combat in KVK1. Um, in terms of the kingdom's overall status, and I just found this out. It looks like we are in the Rising Star, which is really good. So that means not that many people with more than 10 million power can actually migrate into your kingdom. I don't think that's really a problem nowadays. It used to be a problem when I first started in 2011 and 2012, but yeah, I don't think that many people really are over 10 million in our cluster or anywhere around our cluster. If you just look at our current kingdom individual power ranking, like I'm 142, 42nd place with 3.4, almost 3.5 million power. And then if you go down the list, there's like 9 people who's actually over that 10 million threshold. So not too worried about it. And my focus for next upcoming week is going to be actually unlocking all T4s if possible, and then, getting this account ready for having stacked T4 units. I'm not really looking into T5, to be really honest with you, just because it's a waste of money. I think if you're just trying to do this for either like a very good siege tower or like in general, I think T5's merits are not really there in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I personally feel like T5s are overrated to a degree. As a person who's had T5 since KBK1, I mean it's good in KBK1. But anything beyond KVK1, I think T5 is kind of overrated, is my opinion. You can disagree with me if you want, but that's just what I feel personally. Uh and I think the more of the power has been given to the commander and the equipment and armaments and whatnot of those commander, rather than us having better T5 head count, to be honest with you. So I'm not looking to T5 on this account too much. Like I might eventually do it, but then again, it does cost me a lot if I want to T5 any of them. And I think my main priority is actually getting that VIP point up. I am 41,200 VIP points away from the 25 VIP 11. And then I think once I hit VIP 11, I need to try to hit VIP 12 so that I can get the 2 gold tests that I desperately want for every single day. So that's what I'm looking at. Let's just hope that that does happen anytime soon, because that's been where I've been spending all of my gems in, to be really honest with you. So yeah, so that's been my priority. Again, once I'm done with Sun Tzu, Sun Tzu can be honestly used on any other commander. I can actually use Sun Tzu as an archer commander, to be really fair, just because like the only thing that actually has infantry related skill is actually this one, which is going to give you 10% infantry health, which is a lot. But then again, like it also gives you 10% less damage taken. But then again, that doesn't really depend on you using infantry or not. And his skill damage AoE is gonna be cracked even if you just use him as an archer commander. So I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling currently. So I might just use Sun Tzu as an archer for archer commander until I do get better kind of gold heads counts. Right now, it's looking like the pace at which that I'm at, I've technically just accumulated like 40 per week. And I don't know if I can actually get enough for me to expertise both the YSG and make whatever legendary commander that I pair him with, most likely Tutmos at 5551, 5111 or better. So let's see. If I barely have enough gold tests for me to expertise YSG and I have like nothing else beyond that, I might just run YSG as primary and then, Sun Tzu as secondary or whatever the fun trick that I can make this into. So you guys can stay tuned for that. All right. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I think we are the strongest alliance in this kingdom at this very moment. I believe there's one other kingdom, this one other alliance, which is the Warriors alliance right here, that is not part of our sleepy group. So I'm kind of not sure if you're gonna go into war with them or not. Or yeah, they do have a couple very strong members as well. So I don't know. If there's a civil war, I mean, like, that's good of its own for me because I get to broadcast that and then live stream all that. So that'll be fun for me and you guys who's watching my channel. So if there's a civil war, that'll be fun. If there's not, that's also fine. That means that we get to reserve all of our power into KVK1. And yeah, that will be pretty good, right? That will be kind of boring to be really fair, because that is a long time until you actually reach KVK1, right? Right now we're in this siegecraft, which is gonna end in what, 42 hours, and then it goes into another 5-day chronicle, which will open up the level 2 pass, and then it will go all the way down to another 5 days, another 5 days. So that's already what, like 17 days. This is 21 days. Yeah, there's a lot of days that I have to do. 27 days, 30 days. And there's a lot of time that I need to actually go through until we actually capture the ziggurat and then go into KVK1. So, I mean, we have like a month or so. And for me to basically cover this series without any civil war, that's going to be a little bit boring. So hopefully there is a civil war of some sort where I get to show you some zeroing, me getting zeroed, which is all possible. So that you guys can actually enjoy this series as much as I am doing. And this has been pretty fun. All right. I hope you guys actually enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video. All right. Peace. Bye bye.